Cali Joe.
Greetings, cyber citizens. Thank you for taking time to listen. Cali Joe and his GPS from North Carolina. Due to health issues, Cali Joe is present yet unavailable. Thought he has a pending MAR that he's been waiting for since 2018. That is why you are only hearing from me, a GPS. I will be doing both English and Spanish versions tonight. Hope you enjoy today's version. And amid other health news, a former story of Maria Menounos on her podcast, The Heal Squad, about her health battle with pancreatic cancer and being CEO of Your Health. Started to report her condition went from 2 centimeters to 4, perhaps a compassionate hug fest by hugging emojis to her by our networking. Further, I wish to report the loss of former WNBA star and founding player Nikki McCray Henson, perhaps a hug emoji for both Rebecca Lobo and Teresa Witherspoon. Thought we can't control death. Maria of the Heal Squad is correct. We can take charge of our health, being our own CEO of our health. We will not lose Maria to this cancer, nor do we wish to report such a loss. So for Maria, get well. As for prison health care, August 10, 2023 is coming for the trial of civil rights violations. Cali Joe will be his advocate to shine a public light on this matter. Anyone know a good medical agency civil rights attorney? All right. First in women's professional basketball tonight, Cali Joe's Mercury take on the Lynx. GPS and Cali Joe have been watching the New York Liberty this season. It's cool because Cali Joe follow Vandersloot from the Sky and Stewart from the Storm. Cali Joe, however, has not been a New York fan since the days of Lobo and Becky Hammond. But when Hammond left, so did Cali Joe drifted away and mainly remained loyal to Mercury and the Storm. Cali Joe became a Sky fan in 2011 with Vandersloot. It's funny because Cali Joe has not seen the Lynx play since McCurkle left and Maya Moore retired. In recent big news for the ladies, we are so excited. This is so groovy. Brianna Stewart and Nafisa Callier are starting a new women's pro basketball league called Unrivaled, starting in 2024. The season will be from January to March. It will be based in Miami, a 3-on-3 format featuring 30 top women pros on 6 teams. We're so thrilled because from May to September, it's WNBA season. For years, October to April 1 exists. Save for the women's college ball. We're very glad for these women. Cyber citizens, we got network work this. I'm going to quote from the book The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. When Dallin says, we gotta do it for Johnny. John is my real name. Nice to meet you. Pick a player and post a congrats. Most of the dudes in here pretend to not watch, but a few weeks ago on Sunday game between Liberty and Mystics, by the end we went from 3 guys watching to about 2 dozen. Damn great game, by the way. Good game. But who should Cali Joe send a message to? If you don't mind, Sykes of the Mystics and Cloud, my girl Gabby Williams of the Storm. Let's create lucid administrative rules for this new league. The reason I believe rules should be lucid or liberally applied because of strict morality clauses in all sports and its impact on players. Yes, the WNBA has the prioritization rules, but respectfully, Cali Joe states on John Morant 25-game suspension due to his embracing of his Second Amendment right. Cali Joe is not a gun fan. He detests guns, by the way, but to be suspended 25 games, instead, he should be encouraged to go speak at 25 juvenile detention centers, or he should speak at 25 schools about sobriety and responsible gun ownership and safety rights. He should do 25 PSA commercials for sobriety and gun ownerships and safety rights. Beyond John Morant of the NBA, I can name many more athletes in sports where strict rules hurt careers. From Pete Rose of baseball, and please forgive me, but I love administrative law in the sports and entertainment industry. Good examples will be Tom Brady and the deflated ball, Tanya Harding and her lifetime ban. I love Tanya, by the way. Everyone deserves a second chance. Lastly, Colin Kaepernick, who deserves his second chance. He spoke up to save lives in an area where in Texas was smoking a ciggy, Sandra Blonde was yanked from a vehicle and allegedly died by suicide. Compare that with Ethan Couch, who killed 3 people in a DUI and was given 10 years probation. In other words, too rich to go to prison. Trust me, cyber citizens, what if I propose this idea? Seattle Seahawks, Carolina Panthers, and the Steelers. And yes, Steelers Vegas Traders. Cali is from south of Oakland. That if Kaepernick were to be given a second chance, that he would never again take a knee in protest, but need only to speak on social media of an issue. And we, as us together, network the issue and speak up to citizens on the problem and how to fix it. What does Monica McNutt and Nina Kim think? Stevens A., what's your thoughts? Cyber citizens, Cali Joe effing hates football and most sports that only dudes play. However, as for me, GPS, I'm intrigued and I love the game of football that I grew up playing. I'm a Panthers and a Steelers fan by heart. And let's not forget, I'm a diehard fan, NC State Wolfpack fan. And shout out to the upcoming football season and Savion Jackson, whose dad is a great friend of mine here in retrospect. I speak up for Kaepernick because he was trying to save lives and he was punished for it. I can relate, and I want no benefit for speaking up for him. Neither does Cali Joe. Cyber citizens, you can benefit from our networking. Just continue to show some love to Prison Riot Radio. All I want to do is leave the world a better place than I left it. I can do that from the prison with you, loyal and willing cyber citizens networking. In other news, cyber citizens, are you ready for some social and criminal justice networking? In recent legal news, the singer Keisha, also known as Keisha Seifert of New York, settled her defamation suit with Dr. Luke. To Keisha, I say, in 2015 and 2016, you went through profound spiritual metamorphosis, and in 2017, to know you're no longer a ship passing in the night. You're the lighthouse showing those lost the way home. Keisha, I believe you. Go join your community of music entertainers and keep on shining your light. It's okay to be a little naughty provided Toby love is involved. Perhaps you could go to a New York Liberty game for fun or sing at halftime. Come join our small community, but most importantly, be good to yourself. Cyber citizens, I wish I could share with you so much of my faith and spiritual prayer activity, but that may be for another time. As for moving on in our fight for our constitutional rights, currently Cory Booker is working on a bill to improve reporting issues under the PLRA. A priority to discuss should be those given a court-appointed attorney. The average court-appointed attorney is overworked and underpaid. Thus, the quality of representation is very poor. The excuse often given for such poor representation should be fixed. If a bill were passed to limit the number of clients and increase the number of court-appointed attorneys, the level of poor representation and unlawful convictions will be reduced. The average pretrial detainee is considered functionally illiterate and has a gross miscomprehension of how the Constitution and statutes are applied. Issues of conditions of confinement are the right to medical care, the right to hygiene and sanitation, the right to correspondence, and right to court access, which includes grievances, and the right to food and nutrition. You can help pretrial detainees by contacting the jail and requesting that the individuals be given access to grievances and to inquire if they have an online complaint system concerned for such incidents. When a concerned citizen shows interest in a jail's condition of confinement and support for a detainee, it should cure the problem. The important thing to remember would be the court access regarding the charge, as the defendant maintains the speed of their right to trial. It is important to remember the client maintains the autonomy over the witness to involve, evidence to rely upon, the defense to be relied upon, as counsel must adhere to the lawful request. It's important to know that during the trial, mid-litigation, if in the heat of battle, counsel has autonomy and is a gray area, because counsel could, in theory, cause an error and injure the client's strategy. So it's important to object and create a record for appeal. First, in the 2 decades of the Million Man March and meeting in D.C., never has there been an incident, not one, no violence, no insurrection, nothing but peace. However, the January 6th Trump loyalists, where there was an attack upon democracy and decent politicians and law enforcement were placed in danger, similar to the Charlottesville incident. Georgia Republican Majority Taylor Greene and Trump loyalists, which includes members of the Proud Boy terrorist organization, appeared to believe the January 6th pretrial detainees are victims of bias, thought difficult to prove, yet it is possible that some form of nonviolent retribution exists. But rather address the January 6th Trump loyalists and Congresswoman Greene's belief. Retaliation should never be considered someone's first thought. Justice, or else, can be about peace too. In matters of pretrial detainee, this is good opportunity to access a law library and grow as an individual and advocate yourself while waiting for trial, learning the law and how our government works. Everyone deserves a second chance. Does this include President Trump, who's being charged with the crime of spinach upon belief with news media? Yes. Does Trump believe Colin Kaepernick deserves a second chance? After all, it was Trump that pushed hard and took Kaepernick out of the game for his trying to save lives. All right, that is going to be for all cyber citizens. Thank you for listening, and please share. Okay, now that we got the English part done, and since I'm pulling double shifts due to the delaying of my co-partner's Cali Joe MRIs, which is causing his health to decline, and the courts being kind to him, granting him his MRI, as well as granting me double shift, I now move to my Latino cyber citizens. Y ahora, to my Latino familia, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo se encuentran este viernes 7 del 2023? Espero que se encuentren bien. Soy el GPS aquí con ustedes de nuevo, trayéndoles los mensajes de vida real acerca de lo que está pasando dentro de nuestro sistema judicial, con la esperanza que lleguen a ver claramente estos mensajes y se unan junto con nosotros a pelear la buena batalla por nuestros derechos constitucionales. En este segmento vamos a hablar sobre los derechos de un prejudicial detenido, no solo aquí en Carolina del Norte, esto es nacional. No sé si ustedes están entonados a las noticias. Hace poco, partidarios de Donald Trump y Marjorie Taylor Greene, una republicana de Georgia, trajo atención acerca de los ofensores de enero 6, lo que se cree que fueron maltratados durante sus prejuicios. Hay muchas cosas que ustedes quizás no saben porque la mayoría de gravedades cometidas por el gobierno o por este sistema judicial son cubiertas. En otras palabras, son escondidas para el público, para que usted y yo no veamos la verdad. Estos sujetos fueron maltratados a un grado inmoral, cosa que ni un animal pasa por tal cosa. Ahora, ¿por qué estos sujetos fueron maltratados y por qué duró tanto tiempo sus detenciones? Una prioridad a discutir son los de apuntar abogados a personas indigentes. La Corte en general apunta abogados a estas personas para asistirlos durante este procedimiento. Sin embargo, estos abogados están sobre el límite de trabajo y mal pagados, resultando en mala conducta, como tomar ventaja financiera hacia familiares de estos individuos y una mala representación. La semana pasada toqué poco este tema y son muchas las personas que acuden a mi ayuda acerca de este tema. ¿Por qué fueron tomados ventajas sobre estos individuos? Ventajas sobre estos individuos fue por sus ignorancias, la mayoría perdiendo sus papeles legales sin saber que tenían su proceso debido a pelear la ley llamada la Ley de Misericordia que tenemos aquí en Carolina del Norte y en todos los Estados Unidos, quitándoles la única oportunidad que permite perdonarlos una vez por primera infracción. Ahora tenemos una factura de Cory Booker que está trabajando en curar algunas de las malas acciones de ambos del Estado y federal sobre estos autores que atentan a esconder sus malas conductas que están frustrando e impidiendo a las Cortes Federales los requerimientos bajo el programa de PLRA para exhaustiar tales acciones. Doy un ejemplo real como el de mi caso. Durante mi encarcelamiento, mi salud ha disminuido por falta de comida, no suficientes nutrientes, el agua está mal, la vivienda muy mal y más que todo el médico no provee la asistencia necesaria para ayudar a personas como yo que ahora enfrentamos situaciones crónicas en nuestra salud por falta de lo describido y más. Usted puede ver por sí mismo, puede chequear en el internet.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
La revista llamada The Prison Legal News, publicada en junio de 2023, usted puede ver con claridad de lo que le estoy hablando acerca de estos prejuicios judiciales. El subtítulo del mensaje se llama Chronic Punishment o castigo crónico, The Unmet Health Needs of People in State Prisons, escrito por Leah Wong. Aquí usted verá la realidad de lo que confrontamos dentro de estas prisiones. Aquí les va un hecho. En esta revista se estipula que hay sobre 1 millón de personas dentro de las prisiones en Estados Unidos y creciendo. Estos individuos aplastantes, pobres, afroamericanos, indios, hispanos y LGBTQ, quienes son el objetivo para la ley intimidar desde una pequeña edad. La mayoría, muchas veces, estos individuos sufren de problemas mentales o enfermedades mentales, tal como física también, quienes navegan la vida de la prisión con estas invalideces sin la ayuda del gobierno, o en otras palabras, somos sometidos a la prisión con tal incapacidades sin que la prisión nos ayude en nada, mientras nuestras enfermedades progresan a estados crónicos y a dónde acudir. Gritamos por auxilio y nadie nos escucha. Nuestras quejas son ignoradas y cuando nos quejamos por nuestras dolencias somos más bien castigados. Un gran ejemplo que les doy, y esto sucedió afuera en el mundo, y es sobre no dar con el cáncer la primera vez de María Menounos, quien ahora está sufriendo por tal falla. Mi querida María Menounos, un gran saludo para ti. Le pedimos a Dios que te sane, amiga. Y amigos, compartan con ella, mandándole un emoji de recuperación. Por favor, apóyenla en estos momentos difíciles para ella. Y bueno, se puede imaginar nada más que esto sucedió allá afuera. Y nosotros los encarcelados somos ignorados. Yo llevo 3 años y medio sufriendo de algo cerebral. Hay veces no puedo caminar del desmayo que siento. Sin embargo, nada hacen por mí, aun cuando me ven llorando del malestar. Escribo psico tras psico y lo único que hacen es insultarme y intimidarme de meterme castigo. El promedio de un detenido prejudicial es considerado funcionalmente iliterado, que tiene un mal conocimiento acerca de la ley y de cómo la ley es aplicada. En mi experiencia personal, hablo sobre mi asunto de mis derechos prejudiciales, los cuales son muy importantes para todo individuo y necesitan escuchar, porque abusar a una persona iliterada bajo coacción para asegurar su condena y convicción son inapropiadas, malignas, solo para evitar un juicio repugnante. Es por eso que los que deciden irse a juicio o el que desea pelear su caso en juicio no tiene absolutamente oportunidad de ganar su caso. En vez, son castigados o sancionados aún más graves, como en mi caso. A mí me ofrecieron 4 años de oferta. Yo sabía que no había cometido crimen y que el Estado no tenía absolutamente nada para condenarme. Sin embargo, lo rechacé con la esperanza de que en un juicio se hiciera justicia. Y me fui a juicio y qué mal me fue. Ahí conocí lo corrupto que eran y experimenté el peso de la injusticia. Solo me puedo imaginar lo que estos pobres individuos detenidos de enero 6 pasaron. Fueron 6 meses largos para ellos, pero aún más que eso, les quedó marcados por vida el sufrimiento que vivieron durante sus prejuicios, algo que ninguna persona debe de pasar. La responsabilidad también cae hacia nosotros. Es razonablemente que estos individuos que estaban esperando prejuicio alegaron implicando lo sucedido de enero 6, donde los políticos y las fuerzas policiales estaban en riesgo de que hubiera imparcialidad y que hubiera retribución. Esto, mis queridos amigos, solo es la superficie, pero hay mucho más en el trasfondo y esto es la verdad. Un ejemplo, en mi caso, mi abogado me dijo que una fiscal en un juicio se le da toda autoridad sobre la ley y que con ese poder podía acusar a un ham sandwich o un sándwich de jamón delante de un jurado y darle convicción, porque un pretenido ya ha perdido todos sus derechos al momento que es esposado. La fiscal de ahí en adelante tiene todo el control sobre el proceso de la vida del individuo y quién es la fiscal para que se ponga encima de la ley. El problema es que la gente les ha dado tal poder. Sin embargo, mis compatriotas, es ahora que debemos de despertar. Abran sus ojos y peleen estos derechos para que ningún otro individuo sufra más. Y por favor, lea la revista Prison Legal News Online para que estén al tanto de los derechos humanos y nuestras defensas. Gracias por escuchar. Hasta la próxima. Dios les bendiga. Aquí su amigo, el GPS. All right, that's it.